Oh, I should do a deck check first. So today, devoid of other requests. Hey, Tony Campbell, thanks for joining up. And Project 2EL, good to see you. Today, so I keep losing to Wanderer Rag recently. I'm struggling to play against it effectively. So I figured I'd try out an updated build. So I haven't actually played it in ages. And kind of learn the ins and outs. So far I've played one game with this and I crushed it. Seems pretty good. Hey, unexpected answer. That is an amazing username. So in order to get this, I just went on duelystcentral.com, looked at the power rankings. There were two lists. I kind of smushed them together, hybridized them a little bit. We had Goodguy Hopper's list and RHacker's list, which were both seemed pretty solid. I'll post the link in chat just a sec. There's a couple of things, notable things that I'm not playing. RHacker had Extinction Event, which seems, I don't know, it's probably quite funny, I guess. And Pterodon, which I think I prefer Wild Tower over Pterodon, at least sight unseen. Good Guy Hopper had Night Watcher, which is quite clever, and Purgatos, which I had but cut to make space for more removal. There's a few extra 2-drops in Good Guy Hopper's list. He's got Golem Metallurgist in there. Our hacker's not running Ephemeral Shroud, which I feel like might be not a mistake, but like, you know, you want that card. GGH has Thumping Wave, which I couldn't fit, but I would like to. And our hacker had Saberspine Alpha, which GGH didn't, which I really like. I think this card's very solid. So it's kind of a middle of the road, nothing special Wanderer list. Just to like, I guess before I go, I'll just quickly go over the actual deck list. Now that I know a bit more about it as well. Because I mentioned it was a combination of two decks I just got off the deck list. Yeah, can I post the deck list here? Absolutely. I'll put a code in the chat actually. I'm sure lists that aren't exactly this would work just fine. I haven't refined this or anything. I think this insight probably comes out, for instance. But I just got this from, I looked up the archetype on the power rankings on duelystcentral.com and found there were two lists, Goodguy Hoppers and RHackers, and I just kind of smushed them together a bit. So we have Flash, which is like one of the most important cards in the deck because it lets you play Wanderer early. Blood Tear, there's a minor ping theme in a lot of Magma decks these days, and Blood Tear is no exception. This card sees a lot of play and for good reason. Fortitude is a combo piece with Rippers, so it helps you. It's mostly like it helps you kill people. You can play it early on minions, but mostly you save it for burst. Herald is necessary healing, and this deck needs a decent amount of 2-drops just so you can curve out as much as possible. Try and get ahead on tempo because you don't have a lot of specific answers to things. Celebrant is really useful because it ramps as well as taking up space early. Wow, that delay. Yeah, I think there's about 20 seconds on it by default. It's quite a long time. It's a bit awkward when people are like, no, you've got lethal, and I'm like, la la la, looking at the rope, because I can't tell. I think there is a lower latency option nowadays. I'll have to tinker with that and see how it works. Cryptographer helps us spam Rippers, which are basically the main reason this deck is good. Insight is a little bit of helpful card draw for the mid to late game, but I haven't actually cast it today, so I might remove it. Shroud is very useful. It's early Dispel, as well as being able to take a Mana Tile if you're absolutely desperate. Mystic is more healing and decent 2-drops. More is good for early tempo plays. It's a Gauntlet staple now, making its way to the ladder again. If anyone remembers the old, in the first Kara decks, the ones that were just like tons of cheap opening Gambit neutrals, playing 5/5 Moors was a thing of beauty. Natural Selection is a powerful removal spell. Obviously, we're playing that. There's no deep impact in this list, but I think you could play that as well. Primus Fist, I think, is mostly there for Rippers. Like, this card, I swear Primus Fist used to be great, but nowadays it's just really situational. Even though, like, this is post-nerf, like, the card hasn't changed. It's just that I guess the game has gotten more powerful, the meta's gotten increasingly strong. And, you know, giving a minion +2 attack for a turn is like, whatever. Rustcrawler has actually come in really handy today There's quite a few decks playing artifacts, and it's one of the better 2-drops that you can throw in when you just need bulk 2-drops. Young Silithar, one of the best 2-drops in the game. Bloodbound Mentor lets us spam eggs and draws us cards, which is really nice of it. Erratic Raptor is a big body that's scary to trade into with the face, and scary against biggish minions. It sucks against tokens or a large board, but it's very powerful when the board is pretty clean. And it's also good with Eggmorph because you can attack for 5, reawaken it and attack again. Crater is more ping. Like, we need as much removal as we can get in this deck, and as much tempo as we can get, and playing minions that are also mass removal is really valuable for that. Ragebinder is mostly just a great sticky 3-drop. I haven't actually played it today. I keep having better things to do, but it is very good, and you do need some 3s that you can just play early on. Wild Tar has been very, very good today. This pig is very scary and can often deter your opponent from attacking for multiple turns, meaning you get lots of time and don't take too much damage. Blistering Scorn is more AoE as well as being a 4/4, which is really nice of it. Dioltas is great with Wanderer and helps keep us alive, as well as trading very well. Earth Sphere is kind of a... I haven't actually played this today either, to be honest, but healing for a lot is very useful. Surprise, surprise. Eggmorph is hard removal. Goodguy Hopper had Thumping Wave as well. RHacker didn't. I couldn't quite find a slot for one, but probably the Embryotic Insight is the thing to come up for it. Fizzling Mystic. This is a lovely card, actually. Like, surprisingly good. It's just very flexible. Does a lot of things. Rebuke is a powerful AoE. Everyone knows that. Lightbender is vital against Cataclysmic Fault, because it makes 5 sand tiles into 2, which is much less threatening. Hey, Muramasa. I'm just going through this deck before I wrap up, but thanks for stopping by. How was your stream? Sometimes you gotta thump someone. Yeah, absolutely. The face damage is unreal off that card. Plus, having a hard removal spell that works at any distance is quite nice. Although I haven't really needed it today, to be fair. Maybe the meta is just not, like back in the day you needed it in, say, Keep of Arth, because people would play things like Noshrak and you just had to get rid of it. It was lovely. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Primus Shieldmaster actually pulls a lot of weight in this deck. The 4/7 provoke is huge, and it's a really good turn 2 play. Dancing Blades is very good. It's a mini Lava Slasher. Inquisitorcron is pretty solid. It's good with Wanderer. It's kind of okay without. I think Kron is like... It's not really a card you want to cut, but I'm not maybe not as high on it as most people. Lava Slasher is like a mini Dancing Blades. Plasma Storm is Plasma Storm. You need this. It hasn't really come up today, but people do play obelisks. People do play small minions once in a while. You just got to clean them up. Paragon is awesome. Is the AoE of choice for any minion focused deck, or it sees a lot of play in Wanderer and Highlander in general. I'll see you, Phantos. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with everything. Armada is basically a version of Meltdown that you can aim. Not that I aimed it very well earlier. No Zoetic Charm. No, actually, I thought about it, but you don't really need it because making them into 1/2s does basically the same thing. I saw this deck a while back on our Duelyst that has World Core and Mitotic Induction plus Eggmorph. I heard about that. That, on the one hand, can't be good. On the other hand, that sounds hilarious, and I have to try it at some point. Bone Reaper is like a mini Warbeast combined with a large Provoke. It's just a very solid card that plays a role. Warbeast is Warbeast, especially when it has +1/+1. Wanderer is our namesake and our build around. EMP is useful anti-Titan tech, as well as being good against things like Kanumkars and random, oh, this person's playing Gromar, I guess I'll dispel 40 worth of stats off them. Saberspine Alpha is kind of a backup Warbeast. It's good burst and good tempo. And then Soaring Finality is a powerful heal card that can help slam the door on the opponent. That deck is terrible fun, but not good. That would be my impression of it, never having played it. So yeah, that's this Wanderer Rag list. Again, the code's in the chat, so feel free to copy it, and this will all be on YouTube at some point in the next week or so. I really enjoyed playing this, actually. It's fun as well as powerful. I mean, the two tend to go hand in hand, right? Winning is fun, but like that was sweet. Props to the community in general and GGH and Ragnora, RHacker in specific for tuning and putting together such streamlined, powerful lists. It's very good. It's come a long way from where it started. I wonder if I still have my old, like my first pass build at it. And it's gross. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the best deck. Full stop. Like, even including Fault. The matchup against Fault is way better than I would have expected. Which, again, makes me feel better from playing the Fault side and losing, going like, aren't I supposed to beat up on Wanderer decks with my source of infinite tutus, but apparently not.